9 times out of 10, you're not even going to talk. You're just going to swing. You're just going to blank out, and you're just going to go at it.
Justin, thank you.
The second principle states that he moved out of his parents. He ran away from home at a very young age. He had a party, didn't want to face the consequences. Him and his dad got into it, so he ran away. And he moved in with a friend named Tim after being homeless. I said for about I think it was like a night or two. He moved in with his friend named Tim. His friend Tim took him in, gave him a place to stay, told him come in anytime you want, basically like home. Just make sure you cook and clean after yourself. He made the sacrifice to get up every morning at 5:30 to catch a 6:30 bus to school. On his third principle, he mentions that after he moved in, he basically did the same thing he was doing when he was living with his parents. Not cleaning after himself, leaving. He was able to leave whenever he wants, but he was coming home, and his friend Tim would bring his girlfriends over, sleep over, whatever. The house was looking dirty. It was always smelling like crap and whatever. So he put him out eventually. Then he also states another question, where do I start? There's another quote in here. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Meaning, I could come from a home that's really bad and turn around and be the person making money helping my parents out so that they're not struggling. He lists 3 more principles, which is 4 through 6. The 4th one, he says, learn to be curious. In the book, he talks about the angry black man or angry man walking on the beach, and he sees a golden bottle on the beach just laying there, the genie in the bottle, if you guys know about that. And he was so curious to where his curiosity took him over, and he picked up the bottle and he rubs the bottle, and the genie pops out. The next principle says, don't be afraid to explore your curiosity. And then the next principle after that says, you have to saddle your dreams before you can ride them. Anyone in here ride horses? So before you ride a horse, you have to put the saddle on, right? So he basically uses that reference into your dreams. You can't just go and follow your dreams. You have to, for one, someone can't just go and be a doctor. You got to go learn how to be that doctor. You can't be a police officer. You have to learn how to do what they do. So, meaning when he says saddle your dreams before you ride them, you can't just go and do what you want to do. You have to be prepared. You have to change yourself and the way you think and the way you do things. Some people say, oh, I want to change my grades. I want to change this. I want to change that. I need to start doing this. Well, you can't just go and try to change that because it's not going to work. You're going to eventually do the same thing you've always been doing. You have to learn. You have to change yourself and make yourself actually want to do it before you go and try to do it because, like I said, it's not going to work. And the last thing was basically what I just said. You got to change the way you think because when this man on this book that wrote this book, he ran away from home from his parents. Like I said, had a party. He knew he was going to be in trouble about it. Went to his friend's house. They called him home. Parents is going to give him consequences. Him and his dad get into it. He runs away. Then next thing you know, he's sleeping in a park, trying to figure out where's he going to lay his head, eating out of a trash can. Turns out, moves in with his friend. His friend kicks him out because he's doing the same thing he was doing with his mom and dad. Didn't have no one to clean up after him. So when his friend's bringing people over, it was dirty and stuff, so he didn't like it. Got put back out. Now this man is making so much money a week because, for one, he didn't try to change everything else. He didn't try to change the world. He changed himself. And in here, I can't quote it straight because I don't feel like finding it, but he says that you can't change your environment, but you could change the person in that environment.
Devin, what I wanted you to do and show your book, because I'm going to send this to him, what you, in just a real short thing, what it really meant to you. Like you said a lot today, but can you basically just share real briefly what you got out of all of this so far from reading the book?
So far, what I've got out of reading this book,
For you, that that
For
pertains
me?
to you.
I'm used to telling myself, oh, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to focus in school, I'm going to get my grades done, and I'll come like the first week, and being here, the first APT, I'd be all perfectly fine, focused, and then next thing you know, I'm just so distracted. And meaning, when I said that you have to change yourself before you can change what you want to be done, like the world or your life, basically, I've learned that I got to stop telling myself that I'm going to stay focused, because when I tell myself I got to stay focused, I tend to fall off track. So basically, I have to make sure I have the state of mind that I'm actually going to stay focused each APT and throughout the whole school year, instead of 1 month and doing one APT and then falling off. So that's what I've gotten out of it.
Great. Thank you, Devin.
So, one thing he talked about, which we talked about not too long ago, was we talked about working from the inside out, right? Because what we see on the outside is totally different. It's actually a misrepresentation of what truly exists inside of you. Because you guys, you know, they say when you get in a relationship, right, you're not meeting a real person, you're meeting their representative. Because they're trying to sell you. They're trying to convince you that, hey, you know what? You and I need to establish something. We're really deep down inside. Ladies, we're really deep down inside. The one person may have a whole different mentality, a whole different agenda as to really what they want from this person, right? So you guys have to start building from the inside out, because, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but the true beauty lies within, right? The true person lies within. So you can't fix something outside if you can't fix something inside. If you got some issues inside, deal with it. You got some emotional problems inside, deal with it. You got some stress problems inside, deal with it. Because what happens is that really is what's portrayed when you come out and talk to me. Well, I'm depressed, I'm bored, I'm bad. It's because you got issues inside. Be excited inside. Be excited about who you are. Be excited. Be stress-free. What do you guys got to be stressed about? You got a home to live, you got food to eat, you got school and clothes. Wow, that's something of a nice life. Right? That's something of a nice life. I actually have some pictures that are going to be sent to me from Kenya, from a friend of mine. I'm going to show you how some kids there live. How they eat, what they eat every day. They eat what's called mates every day. That's just cornmeal every day. And sometimes they only have one bowl to last them the whole day. I'm going to send you, they're going to send me pictures of how the kids go to school in their sandals, that they have to rig together with vines and so forth to make sure they can get to school that's 7-8 miles from where they live, and they're walking through all kind of treks. I'll show you pictures of when I personally went there, and the Maasai Mara guys are walking through the middle of the night in the jungles to go get food for their family. You guys got it made. You guys got it made. Right? But I want you guys to, Devin said something that's key. Start working from the inside out. How can you be a light or blessing to somebody else when you got so much demonic stuff and so much anger being built in you because of this or because of that or because of all these reasons that you try to justify, well, I am who I am because of. No, you are who you are because you choose to. You choose to be upset. You choose to be depressed. You choose to be angry. You choose to be mad at the world. You choose to blame everybody for everything else. That's a choice you're making. Start taking accountability. We want you to take accountability for the things you guys are doing, because some of you guys are making some great decisions. What I saw Friday at the prom, I saw some of the most beautiful women in the world on Friday at the prom. I saw some phenomenal dancers Friday at the prom. I saw some handsome gentlemen at the prom. I saw some phenomenal people at the prom.